I'm Amy Mickelson. I'm the Vice President of Operations and Estimation for 3D Specialties, and I've been back with the company since 2015. So I rejoined the company in 2015, and it was really important for me to gain some business experience on my own, kind of blaze my own trail after college, and so kind of did that with Sherwin-Williams, and great company, and learned a ton there. And then to come back and work with your family, not only just one, but four on a day in and day out basis, was an adjustment, but it's awesome. I mean, I have a great relationship with my brothers, Joe and John, and I consider them best friends, and I think having that respect and friendship, really can help in the business world as well, because at the end of the day, you respect one another and want to make the company a better place. And working with my dad, I was gone for 12 years with schooling, and to be able to see him on a daily basis. When I first got back, my mom was still here, so I got to see her on a daily basis. And then, obviously spent a lot of time with Dan on learning, and so, it made for some good conversation pieces at, family Christmases and whatnot, but really tried to, isolate that to just the office, and family time is family time. Certainly remember being in the office a lot on Saturdays with my dad, watching him work, and always would go to my grandpa's office and get candy from him. He used to have this ride-on tractor that's painted blue with Dakota fence. I actually have it in my closet now, and we used to ride it up and down the hallways on the weekends, and just great memories here, and great people. I've worked with a lot of great people, a lot of people that watched me grow up, and certainly been a huge part of my life. Working with Dan was really fun. Everybody has quirks. Dan will probably tell you that I have a million quirks, and I could probably tell you that Dan has the same. But one thing that I didn't know about my uncle when I came back was just how great of a teacher and how patient he was. He really took the time to help me understand how to bid these jobs, and really how to understand plans, specs. He would never not answer one of my questions, even if I asked it 50 times. He always acted like it was the first time and took the time to answer it. He did drive me nuts a couple times when I had to re-add Excel spreadsheets multiple times in a sitting, but it was all good, because I still do it to this day occasionally, and I think people look at me like I'm nuts, but there always could be a busted formula in Excel. You never know. So it's important to double check. So yeah, he taught me a lot about just general life. I mean, the guy's got a photographic memory, and we would have conversations and be like, remember that job we bid 4 years ago? Weren't we at this percent? And I'm like, damn, I don't even know what I had for breakfast. So, but yeah, it was just a fun time. I'm really grateful that I had the opportunity to work with him and learned a lot from him. Challenges, I can imagine there's quite a few, but I think in business, you're always going to have challenges. If you think back to the early days, Dave and Dan used to purchase old wrecks and then fix them up, and I remember some of the stories that Rod Klaus would share is they'd be driving to a job site just praying that they would make it to the job site without a car breaking down, or so obviously a challenge there, and persevered through that. With the oil boom rise and then fall, we've come through that. I think one of the biggest challenges that I've been a part of since being back is just the supply chain shortages, as well as just dealing with COVID. Obviously COVID was non-existent, and how do you handle that? And I think you're always trying to learn and trying to understand how to do things differently, and I think we've done a great job on handling our challenges and understanding that they're always going to be there, and just adapting to them in a positive manner really makes the company better in the long run. What I've enjoyed most is that each day is different. came to work here with a list of things that I really wanted to knock out, and just things come up and you have to pivot and adjust, and no day is the same, and I really enjoy that. I'm not a creature of habit where I gotta do so many estimates in a day. I like the variety that the company offers, and then I also just love the people here. We have a great time at the office, we laugh. I'm a firm believer in jokes make people better workers, so I like to crack jokes, and fun fact about me, I want to be a stand-up comedian when I retire.
Well, that's cool.
Don't put that in there if it sounds terrible. Don't put that in there. Oh God. Boy, 50 years as we celebrate that this year, it's quite an accomplishment. A lot of blood, sweat, and tears have gone into making the company what it is today, and certainly being a part of that from a very young age is really neat to be full circle now, to be sitting here and being a part of it and moving the needle forward. The next 50 years, what I would hope to see is just a continuing on the legacy that was originally started with Dave, Dan, and Dick, and hard work and a good fair price, quality product, and just having the people. What really makes the company go is the people, and I think we've done a great job on caring for our people and making them happy with where they're at, and I would love to see that legacy continue on, that we're a staple in the community, we care about the community, we care about our people, and really want to put a good product in the ground and make sure that everybody is satisfied, happy, and just providing that great customer service that's known for Dakota Fence. I don't know if I can sum up how proud of Dakota Fence in one word that I am. I obviously saw the sacrifices and challenges that were faced at a young age on how to make this company go with my dad and grandpa and uncle, and they surrounded themselves with great people, and from a very young age I just remember my dad saying, the people are what make the company go, and that's something that I've always remembered, and I've taken it into my personal life, and just treating people the way you want to be treated. And it's so simple and yet can be forgotten so much. So I'm really proud of that it's been 50 years. It's hard to believe, and I certainly hope that there's 50 more. But driving around town and seeing our blue trucks, it makes me smile. Or if we go through a construction zone, my kids are like, "Mom, are these your tubes?" Or yeah, buddy, that's 3D's construction site, and it's just really cool to have that experience, at a young age, seeing it develop, and then now to my kids understanding the importance of the company and where it's come from. I get one thing that I would add that I always think is when you really get into a discussion with people like on where you work is, I work at Dakota Fence Company, and people don't really understand the vast variety of things that we do here. And so I always kind of preface it of like, well, don't judge a book by the cover. You see Dakota Fence Company on the front and you think of it, oh, it's just a fence company. But then when you open it up and start reading through the chapters, oh man, you guys do playgrounds, 3D traffic control. Wow, I had no idea. And so I just always encourage people to, never judge a book by its cover. And we're always looking for great quality people, and always make sure you read the chapters.